What's up, everybody? This is Zach from Anglers Escape, and a few months ago I went to Boundary Waters, Minnesota and caught a ton of fish, a lot of pike, walleye, and smallmouth. And real quick, I want to go over the lures that worked and the lures that didn't work. And keep in mind that this was in the summer, this is August, and so if you're going in the summer, these lures will probably hold out and work well then too. But this is the pile of lures that worked, these are the pile of lures that did not work. So I'll go ahead and go over the lures that did work, and basically I found anything with a lot of flash, especially inline spinners, spoons, worked excellent. I definitely liked the color chartreuse, like kind of a green and red color. These colors right here worked really well. The silver worked okay, but not nearly as well as the firetiger colors right here. Gold also worked well. Mep spoons worked excellent. And then these chartreuse thin profile crankbaits also worked really well. You can see this guy's got quite a few marks in him from all the pike that I caught. I caught a few walleye on spoons, but the main thing I caught a lot of pike on these spoons and some walleye, but the main thing I caught walleye on was this Walleye Rig. And so basically the whole time I was fishing, I was mainly trolling behind a canoe. And so what I was doing was trolling this spinner rig. And so what you have is a little weight to weigh it down. This is about a ½ ounce weight, a 3-way swivel that ties off to your main line, and then a 3 to 4 foot leader to a spinner blade with some beads, 2 hooks, and then you put on some leeches or a worm. And I caught almost all the walleye on this rig. It worked really well, outfished everything else as far as walleye goes. So definitely bring this when you're trolling on your canoe. Real quick, I'll go over the pound test line I was using, and I went ahead and used 12-pound fluorocarbon. It held up for all the big pike, and the nice thing about fluorocarbon is it's really clear, and the water's it's fairly clear, so the fish don't see the line as much. Another thing is, one thing that almost worked as good as spoons, if not better, for the smallmouth and pike was jointed crankbaits. I don't know what it was, but I think the jointed just gave them extra action, and I'll show a picture of the one that I ended up losing, a crankbait that I ended up losing, but worked phenomenally well. Definitely make sure you bring some swivels up there, because all these spoons will really twist up your line if you don't have a good swivel. Another thing you can do is also have some jigs in your tackle box. If you have some minnows or worms, you can catch some walleye on jigs. Now I'm going to go over some of the lures that didn't work so well, and I saw a lot of lily pads and weeds, so I tried to throw a lot of frogs. I never really had any good bites. I had a couple, but I didn't even get a hookup. I had some friends that went in the spring, and they said the topwaters and the crawfish were really doing well for them. But when I went, I didn't catch anything on the topwaters or the crawfish. Maybe it's just kind of a seasonal pattern. They just weren't working in the summer. I tried a lot of these more thick profile crankbaits, like these square bills and stuff, and they really didn't work. I tried some lipless crankbaits and a lot of different plastics, and none of them worked. So really, again, I want to re-emphasize, definitely make sure you get some spoons, and if you do get spoons, get them in this firetiger color or gold. Get some inline spinners, and then get some thin profile crankbaits, especially if they're jointed. They work great. Maybe about 12-pound fluorocarbon, and definitely pick up some of these pre-made walleye rigs. And again, most of this fishing was done trolling behind a canoe, so as we were going campsite to campsite in Boundary Waters, I just had a pole out with one of these lures on, and it worked great. So I hope you learned something here today, and maybe you'll try one of these lures out, and thanks for watching.